Hey guys, this is my tutorial on how to make your regular plain looking footage have more of a filmy look to it. Now, no, it's not gonna look entirely like film because it's definitely not film. When I say film, I literally mean a film camera recording onto film that they use professionally to make movies. They still do make quite a few movies off actual film today. A lot of it's going into a more digital state, and all those digital cameras, every single one of them, all the professional high-end cameras, all of them, they try to make them look as much like film as possible. Film is where it's at. This is really what you want to look like, what you really wanted to get it to look like. So I'm gonna show you a few different things and whatnot to make your video look more like film. All right. Now what I've got a very standard def video. I think it's 640 by 4. I'm sorry. So yeah, 640 by 480. I'm gonna say we'll run through it real quick. It's decent video. It really does not look that bad for a cheap power shot. Power shots actually Canon power shots. They can produce some good video. To be honest, power shot. Let me look real quick. It's the SX 110 SI. I'm sorry, IS. It actually the video is not half that bad. Now, one of the first tips to making it more look like film is to have the aspect ratio of film. Now, film is going to be always in 16 by 9 or in or even more of a tighter look or more panoramic type thing. What you want to do is give it that effect. You're going to hit this button right here on your film. Let me go and drag this over because I've got another monitor that it popped over on. And you can see my preset settings right here. As you can see these black pillars, well, because that's my presets are at 1920 by 1080. And what I'm going to do is you're going to want to grab this end. Now you might have to toggle these switches. You'll have to undo lock aspect ratio, and you're just going to take this end and you're going to want to pull it a little bit. Now to make it fit into more of a filmy look. Now having it more being wider than it is tall makes it more look like film. So let's go from this. What looks more like a film video? I'm like from a movie. This or this? Definitely this. This looks a lot better, and with color grading, you can really make it a lot better. Now that's one of the first steps. Now also you got to keep in mind, if you plan on doing this type of aspect ratio change, you want to record so you're not cutting off someone's head or whatever. You want to keep that in mind while you're recording. You want to keep the subject, whatever you're trying to see, directly in the middle of the frame. Now there's a difference. This is cutting parts of it off. I am cutting parts of the video off. There's some of this tree and some of this ground and some of this wall right here that you should see more of it. I am not stretching it out. I am just cutting it away, so it no longer is there. There's a big difference. When you stretch it out, it just looks like crap. Now, next trick you want to go to, you can go to video effects, or you can just click on this thing, event effects right here, and this is Sony Vegas 11. We've got GPU accelerated stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start with contrast. Sony brightness and contrast. Go ahead and hit OK. Now I'm going to have to fine tweak the colors with contrast. I'm going to want to do that a little bit. Now contrast, what it does is it basically puts more definition to like all the blacks are a little more black, all the greens are a little more green. It gives more definition. Now that I play with it a little bit, I can tell you that contrast is not the greatest thing I want to use with this particular film. Now it can be different every time, really. Excuse me. I'm going to look for here, and what you can also do is you can color correct. You can give it color correct to give a whole new type of look. You can really change the look under color correction. Now saturation also can be a strong one. Let me go and pull the default onto it. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at my film here. Now when I hit this button, it's basically making filling up my whole second monitor over here. It's basically just making a big copy of this over here. It's just bigger way to see it. So you can't see that, but that's what it does. I'm going to go to amount. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into color correcting. Now, you can really change the things around with color correcting. Now, a really cool way to make your video look pretty good with color correcting, to give it a real interesting look, you want to take the mids and you want to take the highs. Well, actually, I guess you can do it with anyone. But you want to, you basically take these points and you move them around. And you can see the video's changing as I do that. It's giving it more of a tense. It's giving it, I'm sorry, tint. You want to move in opposite directions. That gives for a pretty good feel. You can give it a rather, it can really give you a very different look. Now, here we go. Now look how I've changed the look of that film. It looks significantly different. Now there's also some other settings we can do. We can go ahead and add right down here from the color corrector, just the first color corrector I'm using. You don't have to use the secondary. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to increase the saturation. Now see what the saturation does. Now you can use this to your advantage, really. I'm going to go ahead and set this back down. I don't even know where normal is. So anyway, well, what I'm going to want to do, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this. I'm going to delete that effect and then reapply it, because I don't really want the color. I don't want to make all these color correction changes. I just want to change the saturation for now. Now you can just make saturation. You can make everything a little bit more alive. Obviously, if you push it too far, it definitely doesn't look that great. Now, a big thing that you might want to do, especially in high-lit situations and whatnot, you can get a look on your recordings that gives it a really, makes it look like you took, white pantyhose and stretched it over the lens of your camera. Now, to combat that type of effect, the brightness and contrast is great. And you just take the brightness and you just want to take the contrast, and it's going to amplify the greens are going to be more green. It's going to do that. It's going to give you that idea. And that can be very, very helpful. So you can push it really far. See, look how far you can push it to give it a very different effect. You can push it, what I'm saying is it will get rid of those looking effects. Alright guys, now let's go ahead and check out the final I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something new today. That's pretty much what I'm here to do, is teach you something new, I guess, maybe. Well, I don't know. Anyway, please feel free to like, comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, favorite. I don't care. Anything and everything is accepted. If you got any questions, feel free to email me at p.o.d.jordan@gmail.com. In case you didn't catch my email, it will be in the description box below. Or you can send me a YouTube message, or however you please to get in contact with me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later.